What's up, everyone? We are live. You are unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I'm your host, Faith Adorne. And tonight we have a really great show. I have a special guest, Luc Stephan. But before we go into this special guest with this exclusive that I got, I want to give you some updates that I have because I always come with the jobs for everyone. And I just got some tips and resources that I want to be helpful to maybe help someone on their journey looking for work. So again, I want to say thank you. You are tuned in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne, and I'm your host, Faith Adorne. And today is 9, so I need everybody to join in. What's up, everyone? We got a really great show. So before I start my show tonight, I want to say that to the people that reached out to me in regards to wanting to know about starting their own podcast, Anchor is the spot. And I'm going to give you the amazing opportunities you can get in regards and advantages of signing up with Anchor. It's easy. It's free. You can navigate from your Android phone or either any phone that you may have, Samsung. It's free. You get a free platform. You don't have to worry about paying for a website, and everything looks good. You can also do video sharing on Anchor. Like I stated, it's easy to navigate and it's a plus. So if you want to sign up with Anchor, head over there to Anchor. Don't be afraid. Just step out on faith so you can start your own show because you get an awesome professional profile page. So therefore, you don't have to worry about a website. So that's the advantage with that also. And we want to also bring some jobs to you guys tonight. I have Mac Freeman. He's the CEO and president of Metropolitan Career School. He was actually on episode 1, which was last week on last Thursday, and he's still hiring. He needs an office assistant. He needs a social media manager, someone to run his social media platform, which is Facebook and Instagram. Mac Freeman is the CEO of Metropolitan Career School, and he's also the CEO of Metropolitan Christian School. So, like I stated, he's also looking for a recruiter. He's looking for a office manager to run the office, whether it's like handling the printing, answering phones, just running errands, being there when the CNAs and everybody else come through the office. So let me let you know about the different programs that he offers. And then I'll also give you his website. Like I stated, Mac Freeman is his name. And the actual phone number of the location is 404-684-0111. At the end of the show, you will be able to get all his information. And you can also go to my Instagram, which is Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. And you can go to the Facebook page, which is Unfiltered with Faith Adorne, and also within the subject of YouTube, and his information will be there. His website is metrocareerschool.com and metrochristianschool.com. With metrochristianschool.com, he offers programs in regards to the high school diploma, which is from 7th to 12th grade. So if you know anyone that dropped out of high school, to let them know, don't feel bad, things happen. Reach out to Mac. He can get you guys enrolled. His school is accredited, so you can get your accreditation and you can take the classes online. So that's an advantage. And get your high school diploma because a lot of jobs do require you to have a high school diploma. Next, with the career school, he offers CNA programs, PCT, which is patient care tech. He offers EKG, medical code and billing. Reach out to him because if you're trying to change your career and you need some help in regards to your resume, he does resume help also. Or you can look on my page. I offer a lot of tips in regards to stuff like that too. Or reach out to me. I also have like some job opportunities to work from home. We have Randstad.com. You can reach out to Randstad, go on the website. They're offering jobs to work from home and also just like logistic positions. And then it's a company called Dover Solutions. They're located in Atlanta, Georgia. You know, Randstad is worldwide. And the email address for Dover Solutions, this actual recruiter, he's hiring for work at home positions and also logistic positions. And his actual email address is ccoverton@doversolutions.com. I will also have his information on my Instagram and Facebook. So maybe that'd be helpful for someone that's looking for work, whether you're working from home or you want to find a job working within logistics, whether it's the warehouse or just different positions. Just reach out to them. And then with Randstad, you can reach out to Kenneth.Davis at randstadusa.com. I noticed that he has a lot of jobs listed to work from home, and he has jobs where some of them where you might don't have to worry about having experience or nothing like that. So just reach out to him for certain jobs. Some jobs does require you to have experience, but go to randstad.com and with randstadusa.com to see what jobs they have. And then Dover Solutions, you're going to reach out to C. Covington at doversolutions.com. And I will have the information in the actual, which in my Facebook and Instagram. And again, like I said, I just want to say what's up to everyone. I'm glad you guys could join me tonight. You've been Unfiltered with Faith Adorne, and I'm your host, and I'm going to be back next week too. And I'm really enjoying myself. This is my second episode, and I'm really happy. I'm using my platform for good. I'm trying to bring different jobs and just different information, like the actual successful filmmaker who I'm going to be interviewing tonight. He has an exceptional journey to talk about tonight, also in regards to leaving from the streets and going into becoming a successful filmmaker and producer. So that's really exciting. And he's going to talk about the ups and downs from where he came from to where he's going at and what you can expect from him within the next year. Don't forget to reach out to Anchor. You can go to Anchor's website if you want to set up your free podcast. That's a really great platform. Like I stated, it is free and you can actually, it's easy to navigate. Anchor is it's a lot of good advantages with signing up with Anchor. And I think if someone wants to set up a podcast, you don't have to podcast once a week. You don't have to do it once a month. You can really set up your own schedule. But it's really cool because you can do it from your phone. You don't need a studio. You can set up your own studio within your home. And if you need any tips, just let me know. Give me a moment. I want to make sure I talked about everything in regards to the jobs. Yes. Reach out to Mac Freeman. Like I stated, he needs someone to handle his work as regards to a social media manager. You can reach out to him. His phone number is 404-684-0111. Now, the good thing about being a social media manager, you don't have to leave your home. You can run his Instagram page from your home, and he's hiring. So give him a call, reach out to him. Go on the website, metroschoolk12.com, and then go to his other website, metrocareerschool.com. And just to fast forward it, you can actually get all the information off my Facebook and my Instagram and YouTube page, which is Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I also want to just do a quick shout out before I start my exclusive interview tonight because it could be get to moving real fast. I just want to shout out my production team, Retro Chris Media, Retro Chris Magazine. You'll be seeing this magazine a lot. This is Muhammad Ali's grandson. Retro Chris is his actual photographer, and this is his book, which is Retro Behind the Boxes. And it just basically he's interviewing a lot of boxers and they're getting like exclusive interviews. I'm gonna actually show a clip like this before the night is over. But you can, if you're a boxer, you're in sports, reach out to Retro Chris Media on Instagram and just holler at him and just let him know he's doing some great things. And then I also want to shout out Jay of Bradley Boards. He's one of my partners in regards to production. He's awesome. And if you're looking for someone to handle your production or you're looking for someone to handle your photography, reach out to Retro Chris Media and reach out to Jay of Bradley Boys. I want to shout out my partner, KB Butler, and also my god brother, which is also Retro Chris, and just my friends and family, everybody that supports me. So then we're just going to go ahead and start the show. Now I'm also going to be shouting out an awesome artist that I'm doing like an unfiltered new artist song pick of the week, and her name is Ice Cream. She's awesome. I'm gonna play her song throughout the before the interview is over, and y'all just give me a chance. Give her a chance and let her know like how y'all feel if the song is nice or anything like that. And if you guys know any artists any upcoming artists that would like me to listen to their music or like me to play their music on any upcoming episodes, like I have my episode next week, which is episode 3, let me know because I most definitely would play their music. Yeah, y'all come on in. I see y'all coming in. I'm live. Now, I also want to give an update on March 31st, 2022 at 9 p.m. I'm going to start my first episode in regards to unfiltered, spicy, risky topics from the bedroom to the boardroom. Get ready for that topic. I have a really dope VIP guest that's coming in the house. So it's like going to be like a battle between a man and a woman in regards to their perspective on a risky topic that's going to kind of trigger some emotions. So, y'all get ready for that episode. That is March 31st. And I have a really special guest. So, and we're going to be doing that twice a month on Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. So, get ready for that also. And just lock that in on your schedule. And if you'd like to be a guest, I'm also going to start opening up my rooms in regards to bringing online audience. So if you would like to be a guest, you can actually come on to do that too. So just send me an email at unfiltered with Faith Adorn show at gmail.com if you would like to be a guest. Y'all coming on in? I think I touched on some good topics tonight. Hopefully you guys will reach out to Mac Freeman because he is hiring. Trying to get everybody up in here before we start this awesome show tonight. I have this successful filmmaker. His name is Luc Steffen. And I can't wait to introduce him to you guys. So y'all join in. Join in. And I'm about ready to introduce him. Before I introduce him, let me go ahead and show Retro Chris magazine. If you guys know anyone that's in sports and want to reach out to him and would like to get an interview in his magazine, give him a call. Reach out to him. We're going to go to a quick break right quick and let me show you Retro Chris magazine. Guys, we got Luke on live right now. What's up, Luke Steffen? I can't hear you. You're going to have to fix it again.
Okay, now you can hear me.
Yes, now I can hear you. So I want to introduce all my followers to Luc Steffen. He's a successful filmmaker and he's coming to grace my platform tonight with an exclusive. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about that. Now, before I gracefully introduce my guest tonight, I want to say this really quick. Unfiltered with Faith Adorn gives our guests the rights to discuss their piece of their topics and discuss their opinions through their perspectives. My guests have the right to speak on from their perspectives and opinions and their stories. So what they say are their perspectives. If I have anyone that maybe like within the comments or would like to say anything, just understand it's a freedom of speech. So my guests have the opportunity to be free to say what they like to say. This podcast has no responsibility. We're not liable for our guests in regards to their opinions and perspectives, but we're going to keep it exclusive and we're going to keep it raw and unfiltered tonight. And also, before I get started, let me give you guys a little rundown in regards to who Luc Steffen is tonight. And I just want to thank you, Luke, first for an exclusive. I appreciate that.
No problem.
I have a lot of questions up for you. And I know you said that everything is unfiltered, like the gloves is off. You're going to give it to me. Nothing is, you're not going to hold nothing back. So I appreciate that. So, I guess where I'm gonna start is just pronouncing like who you are. You're an exceptional filmmaker, producer, writer, director. He's a CEO and a boss for like everyone that's on Instagram. Go to Luke's page. You can get his information off my Instagram, which is Luke RLUCR Stephen. But you can just go to my page and get his information. You're a CEO of Second Chance Enterprises,
Mm-hmm.
Haitian American, born
Yes.
in Haiti,
Yes.
raised in Boston,
Yes.
moved to
Jamaica.
Queens,
Yeah. South
okay,
Jamaica.
South Jamaica,
Mm-hmm.
and you're well known. You've been well known in the streets for your street life in regards to Supreme.
Um. Well, I mean, these is people that I grew up with, so
Got you, got you. Okay. Well, Fat Cat also, and many more. But first, I just want to say how you're a successful filmmaker now, so that's all that makes a difference.
exactly.
And you're well known for your projects on BET series American Gangster, right?
Yes, I
That's where
was.
it kind of started a little.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. It
Okay.
started with American Gangster. Yes.
American Gangster. So you guys, to all my filmmakers that's out there, upcoming filmmakers or producers, you guys might want to reach out to Luke because he's producing a lot of content right now. He's an exceptional story filmmaker. He's a writer, so you guys might want to connect with him. I love you too. I love you also, Solus. Thank you so much. Hey, Natara. Um, so yeah, that goes back to 2007 with American Gangster. But I see that you're a force to be reckoned with right now because you have a lot of other stuff that's underneath your belt, a crazy, amazing catalog. So I want to give you flowers for that first. We got
Thank you.
Divided We Fall. And Jack Thriller was in that, right?
Yes, he was. He looked out for me. Thank you, Jack Thriller.
Shout out to Jack Thriller. KB tell Jack that Luke said shout out to him. So how was it working with Jack on Divided We Fall?
Well, he just came to do one scene. I mean, he was supposed to do another scene at the courthouse, but I think things got kind of mixed up with communication. But he still came and he blessed the movie with his presence, and I appreciate him for that because he didn't have
That
to.
is good. That is so good. You welcome ice cream. I see all my comments. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you. So that's good. That's good. Shout out to Jack Thriller. He's actually going to come up here also and give me an interview. So I can't wait to interview him. So that's good.
Very
Um,
good guy. Very good guy.
Yeah, it's crazy because I had a blog years ago, ATL Juicy Luke, and Jack actually gave me my first interview back then, also Luke. So he's a really cool guy. He's
Yes, he
really
is.
good. Yeah. So what's up with Better Than My Last, the movie?
What do you mean? What's up with it?
You produced that also. How was
Yes.
that?
Well, that's good. That's hopefully we'll be able to screen that maybe in April. It
Okay.
should be wrapping up next week, and we should have a trailer for it in the next couple of weeks. Awesome cast. It's directed by Sean Baker and stars
Mhm.
Hassan Johnson.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's a pretty awesome movie.
Okay. Seemed like it was awesome. I'm gonna. I see that you actually have Pray Before You Eat 1 and 2, and that's streaming right now on Tubi. So you have like a crazy catalog. You have Send a Movie. What are you doing with Plug Network? I see you connected with Plug Network. Like you're working with everybody right now.
Well, the Plug Network. Well, I'm from Haiti, so Network is a Haitian-owned streaming network,
Okay.
and I started working with them when they first started, maybe 18 months ago. I think it's going. Matter of fact, it's going on 2 years. April will be
Okay.
2 years. The network just launched, and it's a pretty good group of guys there, and I'm looking for that to be highly successful, and it's another streaming platform for filmmakers and content creators to go to because you know every streaming platform is not for every movie. You got to kind of
Right.
figure it out and find your niche and where your audience is at, and you know is your audience going to be? Can your films cater to the audiences that come to that streaming platform?
Right. Okay. It's asking people in my chat. See, I got a lot of people in my chat, so I want to reply back to them. Well, that's good, and you're right. In regards to that, well, congratulations on the Connect with Plug Network, and I see with Cabin, you actually congrats to that award-winning short film,
No,
and
sir.
sir,
The Cabin wasn't an award-winning short film.
it wasn't
No, Circles was an award-winning short film.
Circles,
Yeah, would you like me to just run through them? Because it's like you're going over here, then you're going over there, then you're going back
cause
over
it's
there, and
cause
you're
it's
not in
so
order.
many. You got
Well,
Cabin, you got
you have to say it in a chronological order, so this way they can understand the journey. Because you went from Better Than My Last to Pray Before You Eat. It's a big difference
that is
between
true.
Better Than My Last and Pray Before You Eat. There's a big difference in cinematography, acting, talent, and the way that it was done.
That is true. That is true. Okay, well let's do that because I know I will say this. All of them are streaming right now on Tubi and Amazon Prime. So let's talk about it. Let's talk where you want to go, where you want to start
Okay,
at.
now none of them, not everything is streaming on Amazon and Tubi.
You have
So,
Sisters Keeper on Tubi right now.
okay, yeah.
You have Frenemies on Tubi right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have Pray Before You Eat 2 on Tubi right now.
Yes, I do.
So I've done my homework.
Okay. So where's Better Than My Last? Where's Sin?
Better than my
Because
better
you
than
mentioned,
that's the
cause
movie.
I know, but you mentioned them. But that's why I said it would be better to go in order so they can understand the journey. Because you kind of like hopping here and you went over there, not telling you how to do your show.
No,
But
no, 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 no. Give it to me. Give it to me.
but
Because I want to get everything.
all right. So again, when it started was with American Gangster. Curtis,
2007.
yeah. Um, Curtis Schoonhead wrote a script. Officer down 1013. That was the code for when the officer gets shot. So he had the
Okay.
script. He had helped with Ethan Brown with the Queen's Reign Supreme book.
Mhm.
So when BET came up with the American Gangster series, they were reaching out to people. So that's how I got on the show the first time. And then Curtis went from a consultant to a producer. And then I was able to get a consultant position at the American Gangster.
Okay. So when
So
you started, quick question, when you started with American Gangster, did you like know that your journey was going to take off where it took off, or you were just kind of
no, I wasn't even thinking about that. Didn't even have a plan. Once I did it, wasn't prepared to do anything else after. We just was like, hey, we got a script, so let's try to make this work, and that's what we tried to do. Um, so we American Gangster lasted 3 seasons.
okay?
After that, I kind of like was trying to do like restaurants, transportation, other things, and one day Chaz had called me and he introduced me to his man Doc. Said
Okay.
Doc wanted to, get a camera, some equipment, and start doing um, some filming. So we got together. He wanted to do something that had to do with the girls, which was pray before you eat. I wanted
Okay.
to The girls was different, so I agreed. Money and Violence was out at the time. It was raking in a lot of viewers. So we said, okay, let's try to do a web series. Um, I wanted to do a 4-part movie series because I wanted things to be different than a regular web series because the only way that you could get noticed when everyone is doing the same thing is you got to be doing something different.
Right.
So he started, he had control. So he was doing the first one, and I think it was taking him like 11 months. And then I
Mhm.
kind of like got involved to speed things along because it wasn't manifesting fast enough.
Okay,
Um,
I understand.
for me, like as an investor at that time, um, I didn't see how it was coming back. So once I started to get involved, it moved a little faster, and I got more involved, and I guess I got open. Like it was like what could I compare it to? Like someone that just met a woman and he's just constantly going on a date and spending time, and I kind of like fell in love. So
Okay.
after the 11 months, I came in and we finished Pray Before You Eat one in that one
Okay.
month when I came in. So then we took 3 months off and finished Pray Before You Eat two in 90 days after that. So six
Wow.
months later, we released Pray Before You Eat two, and then we started working on Divided We Fall. But to honestly speaking, that was the beginning of both our journeys and a lot of other people. So
Mhm.
it was like we was just trying to figure it out. We really didn't know, you know what I'm saying? But we was figuring it out, and we did get to accomplish things, a lot of things that other people didn't accomplish. Because a lot of people talk about they're going to shoot a movie and it never gets done.
That is true.
So I could say that we did the Pray Before You Eat one, Pray Before You Eat two. While we was doing Pray Before You Eat three, no, then we did Circles, which me and Sweet Tea wrote, and that's what we won the award on. At that time, because the first two, like Doc, was editing, shooting, and directing.
Okay.
So Circles, it was like, hey, let me uh, ease the burden, and we'll get someone else to shoot, and you'll just direct. So we
Right.
did that just to see. Um, then me and Sin wrote Divide Before, which is Pray Before You Eat three, and
Okay.
he directed it. That took a little long. That's when like kind of like creative differences, we started clashing. Um,
How did that make you feel?
what do you mean?
Like, cause y'all clashing, going back and forth. When I know you seem like
Well,
you
I
like,
mean, I mean, listen, you're gonna clash with people with whatever you're doing. You know
right,
what I'm saying? So as far as it makes me feel, it was I just went harder. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like all in now. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
right.
I'm spending hours. I'm out. That's not really good at my home with my wife. You know what I'm saying? So it's like my marriage started to become
Rocky.
rocky because I'm not. She wants me to do things, and I'm into these
So
films
Pat, you
now. I'm
right.
passionate
You
about these
so much
films,
money.
and yes, and she's not understanding like why. So while we were still shooting Divided We Fall in the
Okay.
process, Shaft approached me because he wanted to do a series, and he's from KSR, and we
Okay.
I got with a writer, Shawnee Jenkins, and we developed Sister's Keeper. She based it on an old script that she wrote, and we came out with Sister's Keeper. So Sister's Keeper, I think we finished shooting that in 2019. Um, During Sister's Keeper, I think I had hired True Adrian Toscano to do sound, and
Okay.
while we were doing it, the DP let True shoot. Now, why he
Okay.
let him shoot, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because
Right.
that's something that you don't do. So once he let him shoot, me and him got acclimated. Um, I kind of like me and Doc parted ways like
Okay.
2020 for New Year's. Went my way. No hard feelings or nothing, but let me
That's
try to do
good.
this. Let me try to do this the way that I'm saying it because we're not seeing things
Seeing
the
eye to
same way.
eye,
Yeah, we're not seeing things the same way. What your idea is not what my idea is. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that's
So
okay.
yeah, I like to grind. I like to hustle. So 2020, me and True started working together, like music videos, and then we did the. That's when I started working with the plug also. So we was doing music videos, and then we did the cabin.
Okay.
Um, Before I was doing the cabin, I gotta now I get lost too because it's so much work.
You have
Uh,
a lot. You have a crazy
some
catalog.
Yeah, someone introduced me to Sean Baker. Sean Baker put me on my first like real set which
How was
was,
that being on your first real set?
I mean, not that all the sets ain't real, but this
No,
is
no, no.
when it
I get
was,
it.
you
I
know,
get it.
they had a
From a film.
director. Yeah, they had a director from Africa. His name was Philip Brinson, and
Okay.
it's a series that's coming out called Notorious NYC. I believe that it's
Okay.
6 episodes. After that, I that's when we did Better Than My Last with Sean
Okay.
Baker as the director. We also did a short called Worst Day Ever. So
Okay.
meanwhile, I was working with him. Me and True was working. That's when we did The Cabin. I was
Okay.
shooting Seven Sins and a couple of other shows for the Plug Network. I just was trying to work because, like if you're playing basketball, like LeBron and Kobe didn't get the way they got by just playing once in a while.
No, they
So
did it every day. They was
did
consistent.
yeah. So my thing was to just work hard, be consistent, and learn as much as I could learn from experienced people. We got some beautiful people in this film world, and they're all willing to help you
Right.
along the way with things you don't know. All you have to do is ask questions. Of
They
course,
say
sometimes,
closed mouths don't eat. You got to open up your mouth. Is it saying
yeah,
closed
I
mouths don't
mean,
eat?
and sometimes that rubs other people the wrong way. That might be looking from the outskirts, and that happens. Some people have been probably filming for a long time, and they may not like me. Because usually I was trying to just do it, just
Hmm.
keep doing it, just keep doing it, just keep doing it. Now I just try to do it right.
I
So
like how you
from
said that.
yeah, so after that we was doing what else did I get? The Witness for the Defense, um, which is the documentary of Kenneth McGriff's case.
And
Um,
I'm glad you brought that up. Like, what's up with that? Do you talk to him a lot, or how is that going?
he's hands on that, so he's definitely putting his ideas into play. It's not like someone else is just doing it. He's very involved in um, the outcome of it. He's involved with picking who's going to do what. He's involved with picking who's going to direct, who's going to produce.
Okay.
I more or less will get the team, but as far as who wants to get interviewed, of course, I might have to run stuff by him to see if it approves what he tries to want to do. But I'm really like at the end of the day, he's really the director of it.
That's what
If
I
you
was just.
really, if
That's
you
what I was
really, if you
thinking.
really, if you really think about it,
Nothing's going past him. He's going to be in control of the editing and how the story is told
no, well,
correctly.
he, well, we know he can't be in charge of the editing.
Well, I
so,
mean, but if
I
he's a
mean,
director and he's hands on, he wants to make sure the story is told correctly.
yes, he wants to make sure that the story's told correctly, so he is hands on it. So we
Yeah.
do communicate very often.
So I know a lot of people might be a little bit envious of you about that and jealous maybe because that's a big
Why?
move. Well, I'm just thinking you being able to come in with the producer, coming in on this as a major
Well,
platform when probably a lot of people tried to get this going and never was able to get it to where you at right now. Not in a bad way, just
I
being
mean,
honest.
as far as okay, so what in particular are you speaking about?
Basically, this is a really big situation, the witness for defense for him, this
Oh
actual
well, I mean,
documentary.
we grew up together, so it's kind of it's like it's different.
Yeah, how did you
We
become
just didn't
lieutenant?
play hide and seek. That's all. But we grew up together.
How did you meet him? How did you meet Supreme?
We grew up together, so it wasn't like a special kind of meeting or anything. We grew up together.
Okay.
So if we're from the same area in the same neighborhood, you grow up together. It's not like, hey, we met at, I was in the restaurant, he was in the restaurant. Or it's not a spectacular story. We all grew up together. We all hustled on this block, 150th Street. We all dealt with the same people. Everybody knew each other. Everything was a family.
So what's up about that? So let's talk about that past life after within before your journey started with film. How
Okay.
was that walk?
How was that walk?
Yeah,
That walk leads to jail or death. That's
right.
so that walk led to jail, and a lot of people got killed, and a lot of people went to jail. That's what happens when you lead that life. There's only a few things that can happen. It's the end result is always the same. It
Right.
doesn't changes. The people changes and the face changes, but the story doesn't change.
Right. That's true. So that was a hell of a journey that you went through at that time, but it made you. I'm quite sure it made you the person that you are right now. That you could
Yes, it did.
handle so much. Am I right about that?
Yes, you are.
So let me ask you, like, did you make a lot of money during that time?
Of course I did. There's a lot of money to be made out there, dude.
Okay. How much money do you think you made?
I probably messed up millions of dollars, I'm sure.
Y'all hear that?
There was plenty of money to be made, and then you never thought that it would end, and you was just splurging every day because it was like, oh, this is not going to end, and that's how you
Right.
thought, you know.
So let me ask you, like, during that era, when I'm thinking about like the American Gangster and just like the movie, or just thinking about like Denzel Washington, the movie that he played in, would you think like would you put yourself? I guess back then, when the money that you was making, would you put yourself like? Do you think that you guys were like rappers now? Because it seemed
I
like
mean,
rappers.
I mean, it's the value of money is different. So yeah, we
Right.
were like rappers. The things that they did, that's the things that we did. Like if you look at the culture of hip hop, a lot of it was derived from those of us in the '80s.
Right.
So I just was grateful enough to be able to come home again. And even though I was doing wrong in the '90s, I still was able to see the culture grow and blossom because then you had the Snoops and the Ice Teas and everyone. When I first went away, it was the Curtis Blows and the Dana Danes,
Right.
Dr. Jekyll and
Music was
Mr. Hyde.
different.
Music was different, and music evolved, and music changed, and music started making a lot of money in the
Right.
'90s. So it was a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like. I mean, now today it seems to me that it's the music and the streets. The streets is what make the music.
Right. So I mean, let me ask you another question. Um, where did the nickname Spoon come from?
Uh, I guess I was fast on the bag up.
And I won't ask you about that name no more. I just want to know where did it come from.
Probably
Okay.
fast on the bag up. You know, um, spooning off. Because like I said, we used to be. Every day was fun for us.
Every day was fun.
Every day was fun.
Money.
Make
I know it was
money, mess with
women,
chicks. You know what I'm saying? Party.
partying,
Back
traveling,
back then, getting high was a okay. So that's when they
going
had
to
the
a
white
different
lines and
state,
everything. Yeah,
not taking a bag with you, just shopping when you go. Ain't no
yeah,
window shopping. You was splurging,
yeah.
living that great life.
Wasting a lot of money. You just didn't know no better.
Right. Right.
You just didn't know no better. So
So
now
what
it's
about how did you I also got information like you're a chef. Is that something
no,
that
no,
you got
no.
into?
Well, I got into that because when I came home, I had to
That's what I
do
was gonna
something.
ask you.
So I went to chef school,
Culinary school. Okay.
culinary school. I'm sorry, I went to culinary school.
Yeah, you don't supposed to say chef school, Luke. You
I
don't
know
supposed to say that.
I'm supposed to say culinary school. I went to culinary school, but when they wanted me to do my internship, my parole officer didn't want me to quit my job. So I was like, "You want me to do an internship for 8 hours, and you want me to work for 8 hours?"
Were you able to do that, or how did
No,
you manage that?
I didn't do the internship. I didn't do the internship. So
But you're a great chef right now,
no, I
still.
wouldn't say that I was a great chef. I'm a good chef. I know how to
Good
cook. I
chef.
know how to wine and dine a lady if I want to wine and dine her and cook for her and stuff like that.
Y'all
But
hear
as
that,
far as the
ladies?
food,
I'm not sure if
I
he's
can't.
single.
No, I am single, but I'm not uh, looking in particular. I do have a friend, so I'm just trying to chill.
Well, he said he's single, ladies. He's just
Yes,
not
I'm
looking for no one.
trying to
He's
get my
he's
trying to get my
focused with
life
him
together.
right now. He doesn't want women like trying to get him off his rocker and stuff like that.
Hmm.
Okay. So when can we expect the actual project in regards with the witness for defense? When do you think that's going to drop, or how is that process?
That process will probably you'll probably see that in 2023.
Okay.
Probably see
Okay.
that in 2023. I mean, you have Murder Inc. is dropping something. I mean, they're having a Murder Inc. project, which is going to be on BT. So
That's big.
that he's going to be in that one. So and then there's another project coming to
Can
Showtime.
we expect a cameo with you in that?
No,
Will you pop up in there? No. Okay. Okay. So that's good. But I want to just like kind of go back a little bit because I heard you say you were single, and I have like a segment where I do like bedroom talk to the boardroom,
okay,
and I can't let you off too easy because I have a couple of questions in regards to that,
okay,
and I just want to get your perspective in regards to like I guess just like how do men think?
hmm. As far as
If it get too hard for you, Luke, you can say strawberries if the
okay,
seat gets hot.
all right,
Do you think men can be faithful?
sure.
Just sure.
You said, do I
I
think
just
men can be
asking.
faithful?
I didn't know if you was gonna say something else because you thought a minute. So I just
No,
said,
no,
okay.
no. I'm just saying, men can be faithful. I guess they have to have the right woman that's going to give them their needs. I think sometimes couples need to have a discussion about what each other wants. And if you can ask each other, communicate with each other as a man, and I can say, hey, this is what I need. And as a woman, you could say what you need instead of just trying to figure out and just think
Right.
and whatever, things could be a lot more smoother because it's really not difficult. Life is very easy. Us human beings make it difficult.
Do you think that do you agree that men should be more of the provider in a relationship?
Do I agree? That's how I was brought up. That men should be the provider of the relationship.
Y'all hear that? Because there's a
Excuse
lot
me,
of
I'm not finished yet.
okay, okay. I know.
No, 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 no. I'm not finished. That's how I was brought up. You know what I'm saying? But we're in a society today where you have women that make more money than men. So I think that whoever's capable should be the provider, but you got to have a communication and an understanding. So it's
That is
not like
true.
because why is it that the man is always the provider if the woman is making whatever she's making? So you might have a reverse situation. Does that mean that the man is a sucker, or does that mean that the woman is being played? I mean, it's not looked at that when you do it vice versa. So it's definitely um, I don't know you tell me the word. It ain't racist. It's not
No,
whatever. But no. But
you
what is
already
it?
said the key word.
What is it?
Basically, in the beginning of the conversation, you stated when a woman and man get in a relationship, it's all about communication. If one person is making more than the other, it has to be about communication. It doesn't make you a weak. If a woman is making more than my perspective, so let me say my perspective.
Hmm.
I feel like if a woman is making more than a man, and they're in
Hmm.
a relationship, if the woman is happy and she's content with that, and the man is content with that, and
That's
they
just
still
like
have a group.
no.
I'm
Go
not
ahead.
finished.
No, no. Go ahead.
And I don't feel like the man should be put down in a situation like that because that's the agreement. But I think a lot of relationships maybe have they bump heads because the communication is not there in the front.
Okay. So
Maybe
now let me
somebody's
ask you a
not being
question.
honest.
I see a lot of posts that women go about asking a man or saying like, "Yo, get me a business," right?
Right?
Can a woman get a man a business? Is something wrong with that?
Okay, so I see how you asked that question, but I just want to make sure. Are you talking about a man and a woman in a relationship though?
Listen.
Got to be careful now.
So hold up. So it's okay for a man to help a woman get in a business if he's not in a relationship with her?
No, no,
But
no. You gotta listen to how you ask the question. Like
okay.
I could have went to law school. Listen to how you ask the question.
Okay.
Okay. If you asking a question, if okay, perfect example, me and you in a relationship,
Mm-hmm.
you might take a fall.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a good situation right now. You're
Mm-hmm.
trying to start a business. I'm most definitely gonna invest in you to make sure you win because if you win, I win. We both win as a team.
Okay.
But it goes back to the communication. And come on now, Luke. It goes back to the communication because one thing you can't play victim if someone is being honest. So if me and you are not in a relationship or you doing your own thing and you just say, "Oh, you're gonna invest in me with this business," then things change. What's my percentage? Are we like good friends? Are we like brothers and sisters or whatever? I
Okay.
mean,
So wait a second. So now my thing is, when we're not in a
that's right. She
relationship,
said
stop,
fact.
stop,
Okay, Luke, listen.
stop.
Okay, but listen. Give me a minute. I got people that's in my comments. I'm not talking over you, but I got to interact with the people in my comments.
Okay,
So
and what are they saying?
they're just saying facts. And but you go
Okay.
ahead. I got to still communicate to my fans too. So give me that. Give me that.
No, no, no,
I'm
I'll
still
give you
giving
that.
you all of me too.
That's impossible. You're contradicting
I am.
yourself.
I can
You can't, you
multitask.
can't, you can't give me all of you if you're paying attention to your fans. You can only
No,
give
no,
me
no,
a
no,
part
no.
of you.
When you can multitask and you detail like me, I'm a woman that can multitask and can wear many hats. You
Okay,
just got to be comfortable and you got to like you relax a little.
I am relaxed.
Okay.
But what I'm
Hey.
saying is, what you just said, hey, if we're in a relationship, I can do that. But if we whatever, what's my percentage?
Right.
So how
That's
come
not
it's
what
not?
I said. You didn't listen.
What did you say?
I told you I could have
No,
went to
no,
school
no.
to be a
Tell me what you
lawyer.
said. No, no, no. Tell me what you
I
said.
okay. I said if we are in a relationship,
Relationship, you'll do it.
I'm not asking for a percentage. I
No, no,
said
no.
if
That's not what I said. See, you gotta listen. You said I said exactly what you said. You said, "Hey, if we're in a relationship, hey, because if you up, I'm up. If we're not in a relationship, then I'm gonna ask for a percentage." So what I'm saying, right? If we're not in a
right.
relationship, right?
Yeah.
So now, if the situation reversed, it should be the same way, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem.
Like
Do y'all
I'm an
agree
easy
over there
person.
in her little comment section?
No, because they're
Is they
agreeing.
saying facts in the comment section? That's what I want to
Facts.
know. Is that what
Facts.
they? You ain't looking.
Yo, I'm
Is that what
looking.
they saying?
They're saying big facts. Somebody just
Okay,
said big
thank you.
facts.
All
What's
right.
up, Vanessa? Big facts. So
Okay.
listen, Lou. It's not complicated. It's
Okay.
simple. Like you got some the reason I wanted to kind of understand where you were coming from because I want to make sure I was listening well because it could be worded different. It's different scenarios. But if I'm in a relationship with a man, whether we're married or not, like we even if we're not married,
If y'all
but we have
if y'all banging, y'all in a relationship.
exactly. A lot of
Okay.
people, make that, oh no, you got to be married. No, because if me and you are in a relationship and you going hard for me and you're being a provider and then you take a fall, I'm not turning my back on you because you took a fall.
Okay.
I'm gonna see what we have to do to sit down, come to a table to see what we have to do for Luke to win.
Okay.
But if we're not in a relationship, I need to see how I'm getting my money back. Period.
Okay.
And if me and you are not in a relationship and I come to you and you're like, well, how am I going to make some money? At the end of the day, relationship is about business. I don't care what nobody say. A relationship is a business.
So let's say this, right? So you agree, right? When you put money into something, you're supposed to get your money back.
You don't always get it back, but
No,
I
no, no,
do.
no. I didn't say what you were supposed to. I didn't say
Okay.
what you do. I said you're supposed to get it back. Correct?
How?
No, no, no,
You being
no.
slick with your question.
No, I'm not. How am I being
I
slick with my
listen.
question? Okay, listen. All right. If I put some money into you, right?
Okay.
Say, okay, you doing this podcast, and I say, yo, I'm gonna get you the studio. Yo, we're gonna get a couch. We're gonna have it laced out. We're gonna have blah 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 everything, right? And you
Okay.
go. So you'll go. So the point is, you're trying to get me my money. You're trying to get the money back because you're trying to turn up. You're trying to do what you do to make money, correct? Because
I'm gonna let you talk.
some people just do things to be doing things,
That's
and then
true.
they want the neighborhood to embrace them.
Okay, so I'm gonna let you talk and then I'm gonna take the floor to answer your question.
Okay, so answer my question.
First, because I'm a visual person. So I'm
Okay.
listening to you. And when you're saying, okay, just say I'm investing in your podcast, me, I can only speak for me. If me and you are not in a relationship, I understand business. I come from corporate. So I
Okay.
understand business. Corporate
Okay.
is different. I'm gonna sit down with you and give you the pros and the cons of what could be, so you're not blindsided because it's a business. And most definitely, I'm gonna be like, because I'm a contract person. Hell, my last relationship, we wasn't married, and we it was a contract, certain things. So I'm about a contract because people change. And I would respect if you was to say, okay, Faith, I'm gonna invest with you with your podcast. I'm gonna give you this what you need for your studio. But then I'm a black and white type person. I'm really unfiltered. I'm very transparent. So I'm gonna come to you and say, Luke, well, what happens if we don't win? Instead of we don't win, and then later on you saying, with Faith, we lost. Because investing sometime, Luke, you can lose money.
Who are you telling? I know that you could lose money.
Because I've done it. I've lost money. So I understand that.
Really? You and a whole bunch of other people. I can feel your pain with that.
Yes.
So, question. Um, when you lose the money, right? When you lose the money, you lost the money. There's nothing
Right.
that you can do about the loss of the money, right?
Right.
So let me give you so let me give you hypothetically, right? You give me money, I do a restaurant. I
Right.
lose the restaurant, right? 5 years later, I come up
Mm-hmm.
doing something else. Do you still feel like that you owe that I owe you money?
I'm glad you asked that question. I'm so glad you asked that question because that needs to be heard. So
Okay,
it's different levels. It's different levels on that. So I'm gonna answer your question, but keeping it unfiltered, keeping it real in regards to having integrity and compassion is different levels. Okay,
okay,
let me finish.
I am.
Okay, so me and you, we invest in something. Just say it's 2022. We invest in something. It goes bad. 2023, we not fucking with each other. We not rocking with each other. And
Hmm.
in 2023, you do something exceptional and you're successful. The person that has integrity
It's gonna let you eat.
is gonna let you eat. But the person that got something to prove and is shady is gonna say, well, nah, she left me, so F her. But me, if it was the opposite and you put a lot of money in me, and then 2023, I blow up, and I didn't in 2022, you put all this money in me and it went down, I'm coming back for you. Because I
Okay.
want good karma.
All right. So stop for a minute. What if it was 2017 and then in 2023 you blow up?
I
Now what you
still
gonna
would
do?
come. I was
Okay, I'm just
I'm different.
asking. See,
I would still come
listen.
back. I
Hey,
would
you're
still
like
come
me.
back.
Then you're like me. You good people. That's why I
I
did
would
this
come back.
interview because you good people.
Oh, but most definitely, I would come back. Like with me, I stand on. That's why, like, I just want to say, like, with you, I can tell, like, you working with Damon Dash Studios. Like with him, I don't know him, but he seemed like he stands on integrity and like he's loyal.
Yeah, he
He's a
does.
loyal.
He
He's
does.
a
He does.
loyal person. So you working with him, that's a plus because you are a loyal person. With me, if we was rocking with each other in 2017, I'm different. We could have been in a relationship, Luke. In 2017, you invested a whole bunch of money with me, and it went downhill. We went our separate ways. We lost. You lost the money. You lost the money because you invested, and but it was both of our company together. But the money went downhill. But you know yourself, you can never replace time, Luke.
I know.
Sometimes time is worth way more than money.
Yeah. But guess what? You both do time. You both did the time.
Yeah, but maybe I might have did a little bit more time with headache. And then 2023, you
See, but
might.
see, you're giving yourself an outlook,
No,
right?
I'm keeping it real.
No, 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 no. You're saying maybe I did more stuff than you. If me and you go to a store and I put up all the money and we do everything except you cook, but I'm going to shop and I'm hiring the people, I'm on the cash register, we still doing the same thing.
That is true. We still
That's
doing the
all.
same thing. I'm
Okay,
sorry. Go
so
ahead.
now again, so how does that work? Do you think that you did more than me because you cooked?
I mean,
No,
what I'm just
I
saying.
asked a question. Do you
You won't
think
let
you
me
did
tell you
more?
my scenario.
Do you
Let me
think
see
more
if
than
my
me because
lips
you
are.
cooked? Did you do more than me because you cooked?
I did. I might have did more than you because I was hands on.
But I'm hands on. I'm on the
Okay,
register. I'm
well
going to the
then that's
store shopping.
so
I'm
that
hiring.
scenario is
I'm
different.
firing.
Our scenario is different because we're both hands on. But at the
Okay.
end of the day, it's 2023. I'm gonna remember what Luke did for me in 2017 because Luke made it possible for me to win, even though we might have went our separate ways and the thing went back. And Luke is not in a good situation and it's 2023. It's based on the avenue and the levels of the relationship. But if you got integrity, you coming back to that person and say, listen, you don't owe me nothing, but I appreciate what you did for me back in 2017. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
coming back. We ain't got to do the relationship. This is when a business come without emotions. Without the emotions, you got to learn how to take out the emotions. You
Mm-hmm.
got to take out the emotions. So with me, I'm removing the emotions. The emotions been gone, but
Okay.
I'm coming back for Luke. And I might have came back for Luke while Luke was in a fucked up situation. You might be in a bad situation right now, and then I'm dropping this bread on you because of what you did for me in 2017. I haven't forgot that. And you
Mm-hmm.
could be in another relationship with somebody else, but the relationship was what me and you built because we were friends first, if that makes sense.
Okay, that makes sense.
So as levels, I gotta be
Okay,
careful.
so what's the next question?
Okay, the next question is, do you think a man can love two women at the same time?
Okay, let me think.
Be careful if you got somebody. I don't want you to get in
I
trouble.
don't. No. I have to think back into my past when I had several relationships at the same time.
How
Did I love?
many? How many?
Let me answer the question, Speedy. If you living in a lifestyle, then that's part of that lifestyle. So you went back to my past. So during that lifestyle, of course, I had different women with in different cities. It's not like I hid anything from them. So I'm trying to think, even though, because I remember Snoop used to have the song about, I love them hoes, and I used to be saying that all the time, like I love all my hoes. Very derogatory, but at that time, that was the song, and you know how we do. We rocked with it, right? That's how our culture does, right?
I
How
plead the
many
fifth.
people were saying them lines? Tell me.
I plead the fifth.
No. How many Negroes were saying them lines when that song was out? Yeah, you can
Mm.
suck on that lollipop all you want.
I don't know. So how was your lifestyle then? You had a lot of women, Luke.
Yeah, of
Could
course
you
I am.
handle a lot of women right now?
No, I don't have time for that. It's too much. It's too much. I think when I did it, the women looked at things kind of differently because the perspectives was different. Like when I came up, right? When I came up, we modeled ourselves, say, after the mob. So being a soldier was a very proud thing. Being a soldier today, you're a sucker. If
Mm.
you ain't no boss, like you a worker, you ain't that nigga ain't nobody. He's a worker. They didn't talk like that back then.
Right.
Everyone was like you was all family, no matter what degree you was at, no matter where you was at on the totem pole. Nowadays,
Right.
you are forced because of our culture. You are forced. If you ain't a boss, you ain't nobody. So what happens is you got a lot of people that's fronting. That's the
Right.
bottom line. Now, what they said about that? Did they give me some facts?
Someone said, I was saying it, Luke. Laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So like so it's a difference in the way the culture views things now.
So the code.
Even when when you do it, you're pushing. This culture is pushing for everyone to do be independent and be individual and do your thing
Right.
and just create. No matter what, pick up a phone, start filming, do whatever, just get it done. Because no matter what you do, there's an audience that's gonna like what you do. No
I
matter
like my
what you do,
relationships quiet.
huh?
I say I like my relationships kind of like quiet. I think they last longer because it's so much with social media, and I think people, you can still be online, but I just think when
I agree your
you in a
relationships have to be private.
well, no, not saying they have to be quiet. Just when you're with someone special, I just feel like don't take so much to social media. Like I'm not the person that would be in a relationship and just because you piss me off, I'm going to social media and talk about you or something like that. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah,
think
a lot of people like to do that too. That's just not men and women in relationships. That's just men and women and women. They start talking
right.
about each other on social media, and everybody knows what's going on. I mean, I have been at fault of that before.
You have.
What? Going to
You said you've
social
been.
media? Yeah. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, people can tell when something. Well, people used to be able to tell when something was wrong with me because they would see it on what I post. They can't do that no more because when something bothers me, nothing really bothers me anymore. I just take it on the chin because, listen, everyone is not perfect. Only thing you could do is just pray for them, let them do
And
what they're
that is
doing.
true.
My thing is, as long as my physical harm is not imposing on me, like I don't feel my life is threatened, my kids, my grandkids, you can say anything that you want to say. That shit doesn't bother me. Now there was a time that you couldn't say anything,
Right.
but again, we're in a different thing now. I'm understanding about don't let a person trick you because
Right.
where I'm from at the jump at the snap of a finger, you could be in a situation where you're in jail for the rest of your life
Right.
because you don't think it's just a reflex. Now it's like you think about it. You can still have that reflex, but somebody got to tell you and say, "Nah, that ain't worth it. Don't
Right.
even think like that." And the person may talk to you, and just someone else may think like, "Yeah, that nigga's a punk." You might have to be a punk sometimes,
That is true. To
or
keep
or
your
you or you could be a real nigga locked up.
yeah, no,
So you
you
have your
don't want that to
choice.
happen. Right.
Well, you have to have your choice. People make those choices every day, and they choose not to be the sucker. They
That
choose
is
to be
true.
like, "Hey, I'm gonna be the real nigga. Fuck that. I ain't no punk. I'm not gonna let no one talk to me like that. I'm not gonna do anything. I'm not going for it." And most of the people are probably getting hurt really over nothing. Now,
Right.
some are getting hurt because of something, but some of them is
Right.
just like that's just like if you just look like the guy walking down in New York. This guy walking down the train station and he has a bag full of human feces and he smashes in the girl's face.
That was crazy. I seen that
Like,
video.
yeah, so it's just like, what do you like? What are you doing? Like, it's a
What's
bunch of
I
it's a
didn't
bunch of
like
crazy people out there.
a lot of crazy 'cause like that was so weird. Like I hope they find him.
They
Like that
found
was
him.
weird.
He got
They
arrested
did
and they outlawed him. And he was bragging about they let him out with no bail.
with no bail.
Mm-hmm. Like something's wrong with him. There's a lot of mental health movies. That's why y'all got to get ready to watch this movie Sin. That movie deals with mental health. You need to take a look at that. Awesome cast: Lou Gossett, Angel Love, Bella Black, Sean Nelson, Rip Michael, Shiggy. It's that movie's gonna be crazy. End of the summer.
In the summers. And you were just on the red carpet on March 1st, right?
Yeah, that was for Honor Among Thieves. I produced that. That's directed by Joseph C. Grant. Oh, Abner Nazir is the one that directed Sin. But yeah, so with matter of fact, tomorrow morning I'm going to LA because we're having a screening in LA on the Saturday, and Thursday
Hmm.
we're having a screening in Atlanta for the movie, and then it's going on Tubi. But we're going to be on Fox Soul Saturday. So when we have the screening at Dame Dash Studios for Honor Among Thieves, the public will
Hmm.
be able to see it on Fox Soul, and we'll be on Instagram Live and stuff while it's being shown. So
So
that
do
should be
you
pretty
actually
dope.
do some acting in some of your projects too? I think you was like a pastor in one of your projects, right?
Well, that's the one that I just did. That's directed by Adrian Toscano. That's Everything Dies. Brilliant movie. Him and Michael Garcia, they are actually the camera guys on Sin.
Mhm.
DP was Michael Noir. And like again, the best way to learn, like you can go to school, you can watch YouTube, but the best way to learn is to go out there and do it. If you go on the court, you can watch a whole bunch of YouTube videos about how to dribble a basketball and how to shoot, but
Right.
until you go there and shoot and dribble, it ain't the same. And you just have to keep doing at it. So, like I said, my thing is that I know that people in the industry respect my work ethic. So now I have to get them to respect my art. And that's what you're going to see in 2022. It's time for you to respect my art.
Well, I respect your art now because you got a crazy catalog. You've got like a lot of projects that
Yeah, but again, those projects at the beginning is not in the same, can't be in the same room as the projects I'm doing now.
I understand that.
At
I under-
from an artist's perspective, now
no, I get that.
from a viewer, sometimes it doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you like you like, but of course, we want the respect of our peers. So now, again, I have to fight an uphill battle because number one, again, is I come from a different segment. Some of these guys went to school, went to college, did all this shit for this. So the dude like me is like, eh, eh, they're not respecting it. So I gotta
Right.
keep moving to bring something of respect because what I'm doing or what I've done is not bringing the respect of the peers. They respect
Right.
the hustle. They don't respect the art.
Right.
They're gonna start to respect the art because you have Honor Among Thieves, you have Better Than My Last, you have Sin, you have Everybody Dies. So they're gonna respect the art. But that is a process that you have to go, that you have to take. That's your journey.
If I guess like looking at like previous like past like producers or like producers that been in out in the industry before you became in like really hard within TV and film, what are some of the producers that you look up to that inspired you?
50 Cents, of
Director.
course.
He's hot. He's awesome.
Will Packer, Ice Cube, um, I believe it's the Gray Brothers. You got some directors that I work with: Sean Baker, uh, Joseph C. Grant, again, AB. I don't say her first name right. I always mess it up. I think it's Abner Nazir. She's
Oh,
just
that's
dope.
pretty.
Um, again, Adrian Toscano. Philip Brinson, who is from Africa, that I've worked with. He's a director on Seven Sins. Uh, his name is Daniel. I don't know his last name. He's dope too.
He's dope.
As a producer, I just try to make sure that the director doesn't want for anything. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I try to be on the same page. Sometimes it doesn't always happen. You know what I'm saying? I mean, but that's what we do. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's the life. Everything like sometimes when your sets is chaotic, your shit
Right.
come out crazy. Like I think for Sin we was trying to get Sin was written for Meg the Stallion. Maybe
Oh, wow.
yeah, it was written by a guy Dutch. Um, so he wrote it, couldn't get her. I was talking to Nia Lee. Um, that didn't work out. We was trying to get Jesse Hilarious. That didn't work out. Um, we ended up getting one actress, and then we had to change it, and we ended up with Bella. And like God works in mysterious ways, and
He does.
she just killed that shit. And that's Atlanta's own Bella Black. Y'all need to
Shout
get
out to
ready for
her.
her. She's an up and coming artist. She's doing her thing, but when you see this movie, when she comes on that screen, she takes that shit over. She takes
That's awesome.
she takes it over. This is her first joint. Angel
Oh,
Love.
wow.
Angel Love, of course, she's been in a few joints. Lou Gossett, you already know what time it is with him. Sarah
Mhm.
Nelson, you already know what time it is with him. Shiggy did well. I think this is his first movie. You know what I'm saying? He did well. He does a guest appearance. Rip Michael did a
Right.
guest appearance for me. Um, yeah, it was a well put together movie. You know, it's gonna be awesome.
Quick question. For a upcoming film producer or content creator or writer or songwriter or just anybody within film and TV, what information could you give them that would be helpful that no one gave you when you first started
What information could I give
to
them?
inspire them to keep going? Like,
Well, I mean,
maybe.
basically, the information that I can give them is the information that was given to me. You can't win the race unless you win the race. So if you talk
Mm,
about it and don't be about it, then ain't nothing gonna happen. Like some people like to talk, I just like to do. I'd rather not even talk. I just let the action speak. So if a person says I'm not putting in work, here, all right, we'll take a look at that. So can't no one say I don't put in work, but they can say he don't put in good work. But that's what
oh
2022 is
wow,
for. That's what. That's why I said you have to be accepted from your peers.
that's true.
You understand what I'm saying? You have to be. That's just like I'm rapping. You know, like you have rappers, and it might take them a while to take off before their thing was accepted, but they kept doing it. When people were
Right.
saying they was whack, they kept rapping. Yo,
It
this
just
shit is
wasn't their
whack.
season.
They kept rapping. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to stay focused. You know, like I started people laugh like, "What are you doing? How you doing film? Come on, man. Stick to restaurants."
People used to say that to you, Luke.
Yeah, of course.
Did you ever like think that you wasn't good enough to be in film when people were saying that to you?
No, my attitude is always I'm gonna show you. Like even you know like sometimes even with like races, it's like you know how y'all do women. Let me put this in there, right? So when things ain't going right with a man, y'all quick to let him know. I could do bad by myself. I could do whatever. Like y'all let him know, like nigga, you can hit the highway. So
Mhm.
y'all don't hesitate with that. So I look at it like things like that, and I've been told that sometimes in my life because you go through your up and downs when you're hustling in the street. And
Right.
my mentality has always been, listen, Haitians is hard working people. You understand what I'm saying? I can work hard. So when someone says something like that, or when someone says like, "Nigga, you ain't gonna be nothing," or
Mhm.
"Nigga, you trash," I
Mhm.
am going to try to crush them. Not
Right.
crush them with physically. I am going to work so hard that you don't have no choice but to jump on my train. Because
Right.
everybody else is going to jump on your train, and you don't want to stand at the bus stop by yourself. You want to get
Right.
on. You want to get on. So that's my motto. Like some people may snicker, some people may talk, and another thing is they always be like, "Oh no, that shit is great," because they are supposed to say that. Then you have some people that's rough and hard, and be like, "Yeah, boy, that shit ain't what it's
Right.
supposed to be." You understand what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So you have to be, you know. So with people like that, I've learned like again, Pray Before You Eat does well on
Mhm.
Tubi. I feel that they're good movies, but I know that they don't look anything compared to what's coming now. But
No,
they have
I
an
understand.
audience. But they have an audience,
Right.
and it works. So you can't never tell anyone that this shit doesn't work, even if it's music. Somebody's gonna like it.
Right.
Even if 9 people don't like it. If you got one person, then you have a fan. You have a
That's
client.
big.
You have a customer. So if you have that one, you possibly can get two because there got to be another one out there somewhere.
Right.
And then you just have to, but you just have to keep going. You can't be
Don't quit.
give up. You gotta keep going no matter what, no matter how bad shit gets. You gotta come out there, smile in your face, like everything is all right, and make it happen.
Quick question, like with Frenemies and Sisters Keeper, I see that that's distributed by Dame Dash Studios. Well,
This is
Sisters
distributed by
Keepers is with
Homestead
Homestead, right? It's with Homestead's Entertainment, and then Frenemies is distributed with Dame Dash Studios and
and
Homestead.
Homestead. Yes, Dame Dash.
How did you link up with Dame Dash?
The head of acquisitions was talking to me for years.
Okay,
They've been watching me for years. Been watching me for years. The funny thing is, there's a. I gotta make sure I say his name correctly. Um, 1 second.
no problem. I like that. That's important.
Ah man, KDs. All right, so one time when we was filming in Detroit
Okay,
for Curtis Schoon. We was doing filming a documentary, a part of this documentary on a senator or congressman. He's the son of the ex-mayor out there, and I had a friend who put me with some people in Detroit because me and True wanted to just shoot something quick. So they put
right.
me with KDZ. So KDZ is an artist out of Detroit.
Okay,
And we started speaking and following each other. Come to think about it, I think they put me with Big 50. She put me with KDZ and another girl, Minna. But they do film. So, anyways, first time I was in Detroit, and KDZ introduced me to Dennis Reed, who
okay.
runs Homestead and is a filmmaker, and that's how that kind of relationship kind of went. And Swift Sloan, who's another great filmmaker, he's out of Milwaukee. I
Mm-hmm.
met him years ago, and he put me with the people at Indie Rights. So Divided We Fall is with Indie Rights.
Okay.
Um, Sisters Keeper is with Homestead, and the rest of them is with Dame Dash and Homestead.
So that was a good look. That's good. So like just going back what you said, they had been watching you. It's always good to just keep going because you never know who got eyes on you.
Yeah, you have to watch what you post. Like some people that when you spill your guts on social media, people look at that, and if it seems like you too much of a headache, trust me, they just watch you. They want to step away from you
Right.
because no one wants to bring negative energy when they're trying to do positive things because one bad cog is going to mess up the whole machine.
Right.
And if I'm in a leading position and I have some money coming in, I do not want my machine to get messed up because
Right.
so if I have a choice, it's not going to be you. But unfortunately, and then that's just for me. Someone else may like that for what they're doing, especially if you are an artist, because your songs that's painful to you usually is
Hmm.
those is the biggest hits.
They are.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Kanye, Kanye's joint is he's living in his truth. His song,
Yes,
some of
he is.
his,
That Gemini.
yeah. He's doing the thing where he kidnapped the dude, and you know what I'm saying. He wants his family back. You know what I'm saying? And
He got
that's
the
his,
civil rights activists on him all on social media talking about what he's doing. Yeah, he's
but that's his truth, and that's his pain, and he's living through it,
right.
and he's creating from it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Like in film, you write the script, you do pre-production. This is months. Like we shot Sin in August. We was in
Hmm.
pre-production in May. Like me and Joe was talking about something else to shoot. It's like 90 days. It's like 90 days, 4 months for pre-production.
Wow.
Then you got to shoot. That's gonna be 10 to 20 days. Then it's gonna be another 30 days to 90 days after that
Wow.
for
So
post.
let me ask you, like, with people that are tuned in right now watching us on live, and shout out to YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. I appreciate you guys giving me this platform. If they were like you guys, some people that want to become showrunners or they're content creators, how could they package their content and How can they get there? I mean, how could they reach out to you? Like, could you give them
I
your
mean,
social media
social
information?
media is Luke R. Steffen at Luke R. Steffen. That's Instagram.
Okay.
Um, and you just have to send me a DM. Um, don't send me a DM if you got a private page because I'm not gonna take it because
I
it's
hate when people do
like,
that
don't send me a DM if you ain't got no post up because I'm gonna say delete. Um,
and block.
and block. Don't send me a DM if you ain't got no followers, you ain't following no one, and you ain't got no post up. So, but if I can do my research, because it's one thing good about social media, it's just like, it's like someone's resume, so I can kind of like go back. So, like, some people would tell me that they want to act, but
Mhm.
like where I'm at now, it's like when I was starting and just doing it, and you say, "Hey,
Mhm.
I want to act," come on, get in.
Right.
Where I'm at, do you have a reel? Uh, you got a tape? Let me see something. Have you done something? No, I did nothing, but I want to act. I just want to be in one of your movies. Like, so how's that going to work? I've had people that tell me, "Yo, I want a speaking role." How? You ain't did nothing. Like, I'm gonna give you a speaking role. Like,
Oh, they really
people.
feeling themselves.
No, I'm just saying it's like people entrust me with funding. I can't. It's less like you have to remember. It's just like someone gives you, if you're hustling, someone gives you something, you have to pay them
Right.
your money. You're responsible. Like you can't go partying and doing this. It's just like, they gotta make sure this work. So what I do to make my investors feel secure is that I just tell them, get an account, give
Right.
me a card, give me the app, and you're gonna see where every penny is going.
Okay. That's good.
You can't.
That's simple.
It's simple. This way, you see where everything is going. You can stop whatever you want. Like, yo, what's this? So you know what I'm saying. So that's what I do to make sure my investor feels secure in what he's doing. See,
And
the good thing is now that before we used to shoot, like people shoot, and you make stuff, and you don't even know where it's going to land. So I
right.
know that if anything else, I know I'm going to land on Tubi.
Right.
So I have a home. So in other words, you could go to someone and you could say, "Hey, if I have X amount of money, I'm going to put it here, and we're going to be able to get X amount. Look at the money that I made on these things." So now you have a something to show. It's not just talking. You have results. So it's more of a business now. So for me, it's more of a business besides
Professional
passion.
business, an
Yes,
enterprise, second
yes,
chance enterprises.
yes. So I wouldn't say I'm successful yet. I do thank you for that compliment, but I'm getting there. I've come a long way. I have so much of a long way to go. But there is some directors and filmmakers that have this, like, you might think that I'm a machine, but they got a machine because they got boom, ching, ching, check, boom,
No, I
ching,
get
ching,
it.
check,
But
boom,
I
ching,
said it
ching,
with my
check.
chest. I still say it with my chest. You're successful. Just thinking about your journey, where you came from.
Yes,
I get what you're saying,
I thank you. I
but that's just
appreciate
how I
that.
feel. But I want to ask you something.
Are
I
you gonna
have an
cut the check?
artist, huh?
You gonna cut the check?
If I had a check for real, I want to come eat with you. What's up? I'm trying to eat. I want to make some money.
Okay.
I love money.
Me too. Help me.
Okay.
You
Okay.
came up with an idea. Let's put that together and let's work it.
Yeah, I'm waiting on it. Look, trust
Don't
me.
worry. I trust you.
Yeah,
So
trust me.
what was you gonna ask me?
Thank you for that. Thank you
Okay.
for letting me ask my question. I have this artist, and I chose her for my artist song weekly pick for Unfiltered. I want to play her music. Her name is Ice Cream.
Okay.
Um, I
You're not
want your
gonna
opinion. Tell me.
you're not gonna do that to me.
Yes, I am. Right
Why are you
now.
gonna put me on the
Stay
spot
tuned.
like that?
No, it's you and other people that's online. She's awesome.
But what if I
She's
don't
gonna
like
put
her?
you in the mood. You're gonna love her.
Okay. I hear you talking.
You're gonna love her. I'm introducing Ice Cream right now. of her song. I'm about ready to play it. Take Me Slowly. Let's go.
Hey, slow down. Why you gotta be in such a rush? It's okay. Let's just take it slow. Oh, like that. Oh, yes. See what I'm saying? It's better when you take it slow. Do you feel me? Oh, wait. Taking me slowly. You know what I like. You know what I need. Taking me slowly. You know what I want. Taking me slowly. You know what I like. You know what I need. Taking me slowly. Yeah. You know what I want. You're giving it to me. I'm feeling sex in my body. Easy your way to me. Making me feel freaky. Your body's all over me. I feel you put it inside me. Yeah. Your fingers gliding down on me. You're rocking my body. You're making me feel complete. Taking me slowly. You know what I like. You know what I need. Taking me slowly. You know what I want. Take
All right, shout out to Ice Cream. Her song Taking Me Slowly. You can follow her on Ice Creams with a Z underscore more than 31 flavors. Oh, she's spicy. 31 flavors. Did you listen to the hook, Luke? Did you hear the hook?
Yes, I heard the little hook.
What did it say? What was she saying?
I don't know. Tell me again. It kept going out though, because it kept going because of the
Taking Me
connection.
Slowly. Basically the song was
You
she's
saying to
talking
take
to
her
her
slowly?
significant she's talking to her significant other and she wants
Take me
him
slowly?
inside of her and take it
Slowly?
slowly. Yes.
A lot of nastiness going on over here.
So
I gotta hope
you
my
guys, if you
granddaughter. I
guys
gotta
want
hope
to
my granddaughter wasn't listening to this stuff here.
listen, my granddaughter's not here tonight. I knew when I did this show, I had to send her away. But yes. So shout out to Ice Cream. Again, you guys can find her at Ice Cream with the Z. I'm gonna have her information in my the bio and everything within YouTube and on Facebook and Instagram. Ice creams with a Z more than underscore 31 flavors. So shout out to her. Luke, before we end this, because we went over an hour.
We did?
Yes.
Oh, okay. You was having
But I
fun.
want to show you this quick clip from Gilly the King
From who?
and from Gilly the King, from
I
what
know
is
Gilby
it?
the King. Go ahead. Let me hear it.
I want to show you this clip and I want your opinion. And I love him and while like they're awesome with their show. But he was speaking some facts.
Okay.
So let me play this clip.
Yeah. A lot of these be bitch ass. They don't want they be scared you gonna outshine them and all that shit. They can make a shitload of money with you. These be operating off of ego, man.
Did you get to hear it or was it a
Yes, I
delay?
did. No, I got
Okay.
it.
Okay,
I got
thank
it.
you.
I agree. There's a lot of people, like some people, their egos is so crazy, they will act like they're on and they're not even on yet. Like, like they will talk like, hey, I want to put people on, but they're not even on yet. So sometimes egos get in the way. And it's a sad situation.
It is.
There's a lot of people that let themselves get in the way, and they be great people. I'm talking about talent wise, but it's just something else, and it takes more than talent to make it in
Yeah.
this industry. You got to have more than that. You got to have that. You got to have drive. You got to have determination. You got to get along with people. Um, because if you don't get along with people, how are you going to be able to make this work? Because you need people.
And like his whole clip with like I didn't play the whole clip, but like basically it's just weird. Like I think people that's like that is weird because you mean to tell me you are envious or hate me that much for no reason. I didn't do anything because you probably don't want to let people know who you really are. And we got an opportunity to make $1 million, but because you're so envious, you're not gonna make $1 million. I think that's just the stupidest thing.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you a story, and I'm not gonna tell you the names. The
I
man was
appreciate
telling me a
that.
story. The man was telling me a story, and he said they had a situation hooked up, and he said, "Yo, they was gonna put $5 million in this person's hand, and him and my other partner was gonna split $1 million."
Hmm.
And the dude would not do that because he didn't want them to get the $1 million to split, and he was gonna make
Just
five.
stupid, man. I just think stuff like that, like you won't even help yourself because it's gonna help somebody else because all that money you just threw away, all that money you probably can't even pay your bills.
Listen, it's just a strange world. It's a strange society today. That's all I
I
can
I'm
say.
I had a scenario like you don't want to make no money with nobody, but you can't pay your bills. I just think that's just crazy, and I ain't gonna jump on it. I just think that's crazy. I just think when people think like that, they too tied to their emotions. I think that's how I feel. I think whether it's a man or a woman, like you're too tied to your emotions. You need to let that go. But overall, oh, ice cream said to say thank you. Everybody's saying hey,
I
hi
appreciate
Andrea.
y'all. Thank you, everybody. Thank you for having me, Faith.
Thank you for coming.
Now let's get this
But
money.
let's get this money.
Let's get this
Shmoney.
money. Let's get this money.
Shmoney.
All right.
Shmoney.
Show me the money.
Look, that's what I'm trying to do. I need you to show me some too.
Okay.
Okay. Well, listen, you guys. Thank you guys for tuning in to Unfiltered with Faith Adorne. I'm gonna put the list of the jobs in my post within on Instagram and Facebook. Any information that I posted tonight, whether you want to start your own podcast on Anchor, shout out Anchor. I'm gonna have that information. The three companies that we're hiring, I'm gonna put that information in there. I'm also gonna put Luke's Instagram information in there so you guys can follow him. And Luke, all your projects right now, everybody, y'all can go stream it on Tubi, right? Or
Well,
let's
well,
talk.
well, what you can do when you go to my Instagram, you go to my link tree, which is Linktree Luke Steffen, and everything from it's certain music videos up there, it's certain trailers up there. Um, it's the stuff that's on Amazon, that's up there because you have Black, White, and Blue, which is on Amazon. You have the Cabin, and you have Circles. All those are on Amazon. Pray Before You Eat Two, Sister's Keeper,
Right.
Frenemies, and Divide Before. All those are on Tubi. Pray Before You Eat should be coming to Tubi sometime within March. Honor Among Thieves should be on
Okay.
Tubi sometime this month, but y'all can watch it on Fox Soul this Saturday. Um, I believe it's 2 p.m. Eastern and 5 p.m. Eastern or 6 p.m. Eastern. Um, I'll let you guys know. Just follow the page. Thank you so much for allowing me to use your platform to show what I'm doing. Hopefully, I get some more people to tune in, watch. It's free on Tubi. Watch, enjoy, grab the popcorn, you know, put the guns down and watch some movies and have some
Yeah.
fun.
Stream all his stuff. Go to his bio on Instagram. I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna put everything up there.
Yeah.
But
Go to
thank
my
you.
bio and just click on.
I appreciate you. I know you probably I know you got a bunch of calls and still working, but we're gonna talk because you'll be
Okay.
here right this week anyway.
Yeah, I'll be there.
I thank you, and I'm going to close out the show. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I will see everybody next week. I have a really another great show going on. I'm bringing some more job information. You've been unfiltered with Faith Adorn. Oh, you yawning, Luke. You tired?
Yes, I'm tired. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
Ladies,
do
he
that.
say he's single
I didn't
too.
mean to do that on the air. Yeah, so slide in my DM if you want. You know what I'm saying?
He said slide in his DM. Yeah. Hey, quick question though. Like the age that you at right now, what will you tolerate and what will you not tolerate? Do you appreciate relationships like real relationships different right now?
Hold up. Let me say that. Hear that. Let me hear that one more time for me.
Okay. Basically, what has changed about you, what you want out of a relationship right now at the age that you're at now? Not
Okay,
saying
so
your age.
all right, so at the point in my life that I'm at now, right, and before I was, I am I think I can dress pretty well. I always
You
have.
do dress
I'm
good. You sharp.
stylish. Um, so once COVID happened, became a realization that I just want to make my own clothes and wear my own clothes because I've been spending
Hmm.
my money with everybody else's clothes and a lot of money. And then when we was in COVID, I couldn't go nowhere, so all that Gucci, Versace, Balenciaga, and all this other stuff,
I like those names.
they're nice names, but it was like I can't go nowhere. My whole goal was during uh, COVID was like I have to find a way to get some residual income, which is like God was just everything was like with the Tubi and everything else. So all my stuff started going on streaming networks because it was
Okay.
like, hold up, if we ever get in a situation like this, people want to watch TV. I got to be able to. So I really push that narrative of I got to get on some platforms because I got to make some money with these movies. And he made a way, and it happened because I was just spending money. Like until me and True became partners, I didn't make no money. All I did was spend money. I didn't make
Wow.
no money with Doc. Come to think about it, I ain't make a dime.
Not a dime.
I ain't make a dime.
That was like a bad relationship. Like,
No, I wouldn't say that was a bad
well, not
relationship.
saying a bad relationship, but you know how you in a relationship and you were like investing more and not recouping anything, and you the only one investing.
Well, you like you said, but time is an investment too. So I don't want to say he didn't put nothing in because he did put his
Right.
time, even though I put my time in also. But you know, I got bills.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And again, you know, we're learning what was going on. We don't know what's going on, even though we say this is how we're going to do it. We don't even know if it works. We don't even know if this thing is going to land. We don't know how it's going to get on Netflix. But when we start, that's what you're saying. Yo, we're going to go on Netflix. We're going to do this, boom, 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 boom. We're going to bring it in there. They're going to give us this money. I had a meeting with Revolt, and, I was like, what kind of money should we ask for? He was like, 75,000 episode.
Okay.
They never did shit that cost 75,000 episode. Again, I'm not thinking, but how am I sitting there across from a man who's telling me I got a $3 million budget for the year, and I'm asking him for $1 million to do 8 episodes, and I ain't never did shit. Out of
Oh.
my mind. Like you don't. That's why I said like you don't be. It's not like you're faking, but you're not hip to reality because you're just into what you're doing, and you think what you're doing is the bomb because you just did it. So
Right.
to you, that shit looks fucking dope. This is it.
Right.
This is going. You can't. If you don't like it, you're hating. No, nigga, that shit is garbage. It doesn't belong. and but when you're starting, you don't hear that, and people don't tell you that, and you know what I'm saying. And then you're not trying to hear nothing because you've accomplished something that no one else accomplished. Like
Right.
you made a movie,
It finally happened. You're
yeah. Then
excited.
you made another movie, and you got the movie theater. So you in the movie theater watching your shit. And the whole neighborhood is in there, and they're going crazy. And oh, that shit is hot. That shit is garbage.
That shit is garbage.
but but at the time it's hot. This was popping. Everything's whatever. Your people, the industry friends, they know it's whatever. They ain't telling you, oh no, pretty good. Yeah, 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 yeah. So did you see that shit? Oh my god.
Yeah, I don't want people like that around me. Tell me it's
But listen to
garbage.
me. that's what you have because some people can't accept criticism. And I'm sure you got to understand, like, when you go through something and tell them this shit is whatever, and then they want to fight you, the next time someone asks you that, you're going to lie. You're not going to say the same thing because you're going to be like,
Right.
last time I told this nigga what it was, this nigga want to fight me. You ain't trying
Right.
to go through that. So you got to find you a group, a niche of people that can be open and honest with you and tell you what your shit is, and you have to be accepting of it.
Right.
And you just have to work better and fix it. You can't say, hey, they don't know what they're talking about, or what movie did they watch. Doesn't make what movie did they make? It doesn't make a movie about what they made because it's about those are the people that watch it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That is your core group. That's how you're gonna make your money. You gotta listen to those people. That's just like I go for president. If I'm not talking to the voters and giving them what they want, how am I getting voted?
You ain't
So
gonna get no voting.
if you're making shit and you're not giving them what they want, why do you think they're gonna? That means you're just spending money. Like some people is rich; they could just spend money, spend money,
Right.
spend money, spend money. You know what I'm saying? And they can keep doing that. I can't do that. Like my lights is gonna cut off. You know,
Right.
the internet is gonna cut off. Like I have to pay bills. So you know, again, me and I speak of True because that's who I work with immediately. I also work with Win Productions, which is you. I work with different people, but
Right.
you know, it's like you just want your shit in order and you want to win.
Right.
You want to win. You know what I'm saying? So again, shout out to everyone that I worked with, the DC Coles, the Quans, whoever else I didn't mention, Tony Edwards from the Plug Network. You know, you really gave me a shot, and you're gonna give me another shot because I know you coming to me to finish, so I can finish my job, man. I know you're
Are
gonna
you
come
gonna
to
ever
me.
go to Haiti and do any like film? Do you plan on going there?
Yeah, as soon as my nephew tell me it's okay to come over there, even though we got security over there, he'd be like, "You don't want to come over here now." You know what I'm saying? Haiti is a beautiful country, but it goes through its problems, unfortunately. And I don't think the beauty of that country has been accepted by, are we the Western world considered?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Because when you see Haiti, they're always showing you the bad parts, and it's always making the news when something's happening, you know,
Yeah, they
like,
don't show how, the good stuff over there is
yeah,
always the bad
it's
stuff.
always the bad stuff.
So just to do a quick recap, the Witness for Defense, that's going to be coming out next year.
Okay, Witness for the Defense should be coming out next year. Sin should be coming out end of the summer, beginning of the fall. Better Than My Last, I'm hoping that we have some screenings for that late April, early May.
Okay.
It's an awesome movie. Honor Among Thieves, going to LA for the screening of that tomorrow. On YouTube, you can catch Sister's Keeper, with which is written by Shawnee Jenkins. It's an Urban Spotlight original series. Shout out to Marge. Shout out to Shaft. Shout out to Josh. Shout out to Hood Celebrity with that KSR family of mine. Definitely appreciate you guys. Frenemies, which is me and True, that comes out. That's out. You can catch that on Tubi.
Right.
Pray Before You Eat 2, Divide We Fall. You can catch that out on Tubi. Also look for what me and True is putting together now, which is called, and he's the director of this, Totally. Everyone Dies. All these pages you have Everyone Dies the movie, you have Sin the movie, you have Better Than My Last movie. All these Instagram pages, and they're all, you can go to my page and you can lock in on them.
Well, thank you so much for gracing my platform tonight. Get you some rest and we'll talk. And I appreciate it. I know everybody else is saying thank you. And yeah, we'll chop it up.
Okay.
Have a good night.
All
Thank you
right.
so
Thank
much.
you. All
I'm
right.
gonna put your information up in there, and I got a video, so I'm gonna let some people see that don't really know who you are. I know you're gonna be logging out, but I'm gonna play this video before I close in my show
All right.
of
I'm
who
gonna
you
watch the
are.
video, and then I get off. Let me see what you're putting up.
What you
Oh, but listen. listen, I tell you what too. My partner on set, he seen what you did. He was like, yo, she did that joint pretty good. Like, yo, I might need her to do some joints for me like one day. So
Luke, call me. Luke, call me.
I said,
Yo,
yeah, she
I
do
give
her
you
own
a
editing.
fee.
Okay. She
I,
do her
I
own
enjoy
editing.
this.
Okay.
Call me.
So
But
let me
is
see
this
this
what you
video.
seen earlier? Don't
Oh,
worry
it's the
about
same
it.
thing?
What? No, you know what? I ain't gonna tell you that because then you ready to go to sleep because you're yawning. But
All
I
right, let
want
me
the
see.
viewers to see who Luke is.
All right,
Like,
let me see. Let me see who I am
okay.
too.
And Luke, let me ask you: it would have been back in the day when you was making all this money with the Supreme team. Do you think you would have got in the film? You think it would have been different for you if you'd have got in the film back then with all the money that you had?
I wouldn't have got into film back then because I was doing what I was doing and I thought that wouldn't end. So why would I think about film when I'm making a bunch of money? You know what I'm saying? You know, like you have to understand you're 18 and you're 19 and you're 20 years old and you're making 40 and $50,000 a week. You're not thinking about film. You're thinking I'm the man. Like yo, I'm never gonna have to look back.
Right.
Like this is it.
Dag, I wish I'd have met Luke back then.
Oh shit.
That's what I get. Oh my God. Hey Luke, tell
Huh?
him I'm a storyteller. I'm like on my King Von shit. I'm a storyteller. I love to create content,
Hmm.
treatment. So yeah, call me. But let me play this video. Don't worry, it's nothing. It's
I
all
just
good
want to see it
stuff.
anyway.
It's from earlier. Give me a
Oh, that
moment.
one. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the other one that he liked. But all right, so look, I'm out. Thank you, people. Um, subscribe to the channel and follow me, watching my movies, because I gotta pay bills. And my so watch my movies and guess what? They're free. It ain't gonna cost you a dime. But you
Ain't
got
gonna
to
cost
stay
you down.
but you gotta stay on there. You can't click on there and then watch it and turn off. You have to stay on there because if you don't stay on there, I don't get no money. I need you to watch
Okay.
these. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
My grandkids, thank you. My kids, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right.
All right, Luke, you have a good night. And you
All right.
guys tune in next Thursday to see me at 9 p.m. Shout out to Ice Cream. Shout out to Luke Steffen. Y'all follow him. Shout out to Mac Freeman at Metropolitan Career School and Metropolitan Christian School. And I'm going to give everybody the lead. See you guys next week. We are out unfiltered. We went over a whole hour. You guys enjoy y'all night.